Hey, Wyatt is from Greensboro, North Carolina.
This is Touring America, and I just finally got around to mounting the Sena Prism onto the bike instead of onto the helmet mount. So it's sitting out on the windscreen right now in the dual suction cup quick removable mount, and inside the waterproof housing that they give you. And I'm talking to it through the Bluetooth link connection. I can see the back of the housing through the windshield, and I tell you, from my perspective, it looks like it's vibrating quite a bit. I do have the dual suction cups on there. It's not just a single, but it looks like the actual base that it snaps into. There's a lockable dovetails type of a base, which seems very secure, as do the suction cups, but it looks like there's just a high frequency vibration going through there. And we just crossed over the Illinois and Michigan Canal, just south of Joliet, Illinois, and now we're passing over the Kankakee River here. A couple power plants and such. And we're going to head down over towards Route 53 and the racetrack. All right, so that was just some bumps going over some railroad tracks, so we'll see how those look on video. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot some video for a while, do some commentary, and when I get back to the editing desk, I will turn the image stabilization on and off in the movie editing software, and so we can see really how much vibration we're getting. It looks, from my perspective, like you would be really annoyed, but we'll see. So until we kind of get to something interesting, I'm going to pause, and we'll come back in a little bit. As I'm turning here, you might be able to see, I think the gas station's in the way. On the left here is the Joliet Speedway, Route 66 Raceway, where they do NASCAR and sprint car and IndyCar races. That's all right here. It's really an amazing facility. All on the left along here on Illinois Route 53 into Wilmington is the Medewin National Tallgrass Prairie. This used to be a national armory where they manufactured and stored munitions. But probably 20-30 years ago, they closed that munitions factory down and turned it all into a wildlife refuge. They're trying to recreate the tallgrass prairies that were in this area up until modern times, and kind of let that fall back to nature. They've got a buffalo herd in there now. So one of the other great roadside attractions that you can see here in Illinois, or in Wilmington, Illinois, is up here on the right. It's the Launching Pad restaurant, which is closed now, but it's got the Rocket Man here holding his missile at the launching pad. And if you look at a lot of the things to see on Old Route 66, which is right in here, that statue is on that list. So it's one of the cool other things that you can see here in Illinois. So we're here on Illinois 102. You can see that sign coming up here on the right. And where we're at is just north of the Kankakee River. We run parallel along the north side of the Kankakee River here, running east. There's an identical road on the south side of the river called Illinois 113. It actually runs in a lot of places, actually a little bit closer to the river. Maybe we'll head back that way. But runs in between Wilmington and Bourbonnais, Illinois, in the Kankakee area. And it's just a nice, kind of less congested road than a lot of them around here. Oh, here we go, passing the Scorpions Motorcycle Club clubhouse. That's always fun. Alright, I just got a sign for twisties ahead, which in Illinois is kind of a rare thing. So this is what passes for a twisty in the plains of Illinois. Woohoo! Very twisty, isn't it? They had a big sweeping right and then a big sweeping left, and there's your twisty. One of the more difficult roads around here to ride. You could probably only do 170 or 180 miles an hour on it and make those turns. It's very dangerous stuff. And you're through. So I am at the intersection of 102 where it ends and runs into US 45. And if I cross the street here and enter the gates that you see in front of you, that's Olivet University, which is the summer training camp of the Chicago Bears. They've got a field here. So something else that we see on our trip. Things to see in Illinois back roads. All right, I guess that's probably should be the theme of this trip. Armories and tall grass prairies and statues, and now training camp of the Bears. So there's a lot of stuff going on here on this trip, even though it didn't seem like it right away. All right, we're heading back west now. We've gone north on 45 for a ways, and I also moved the camera down to the mount that I put on the engine guard bars down there, which is probably not going to be a very good permanent mount location since I'm going to put some footrests on there shortly, but I do want to see what that perspective looks like, see if the vibration is any different from that dual suction cup mount. So we'll run this on the way back. But all right, there we go. 6th gear, cruising about 60 miles an hour now. The other thing I did want to talk about is today's a Sunday, Sunday before Memorial Day weekend. I'm sorry, Labor Day weekend. And my wife came home from church today. We were talking about riding. I was going to go out for a ride later. She says, yeah, there's a lot of people at church that ride too. And I was talking to one of the wives today about how she and her husband and another couple take a long ride every summer. And since our deer accident, we've gotten very helmet conscious, even more than we had been before. She asked them, do you guys wear helmets when you ride? And her response was, well, the women do, but the men don't think it's cool, and they don't wear them. You know what? I get it. I would much rather not wear a helmet too and have the wind in my hair and kind of all the things that entails, right? A little bit better field of vision. But I'm telling you guys, it's just not worth it. I just, when you hit that highway, hit that pavement at 50, 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, I've been there, and I can tell you my brains would be smeared all over the concrete. And it was no fault of my own, and it was no fault of another driver, and it wasn't a bike that broke down. It was Mother Nature getting in the way. And when those deer come out, could be a raccoon, could be a dog running out into the road, you're going down. It's just what it is. Sometimes there's just simply not enough time to make that adjustment. Obviously, I haven't let it scare me away from riding. I'd rather be doing this than just about anything else, but man, wear the right protective gear.
Down the street.